terrible intro. Oh dear. Oh dear, what a terrible intro. Sorry, wow, I'd redo it, but I accidentally walked into this guy while I was getting back here after I bought some items, so we're just gonna go with it. Welcome to the yawn episode, where I start the episode with a really loud yawn and probably piss everyone off. I did do a few things in between episodes. For one thing, I ate some dinner. Quite tasty. Although I never have that much of an appetite these days. So I didn't eat too much. But I also healed everyone up, and I went and picked up some items, specifically 20 hyper potions. Restocked my soda pops up to 30, and bought myself 20 ultra balls. You never know when you might need them. But I think we're ready to get going on again anyway. I'm hoping that we can at least get most of the way through Team Rocket in this episode. Whether we actually do is a different question, but I'm hoping we can get a good chunk of the way through. I don't see why we shouldn't. I mean, we're already, I don't know, maybe a quarter of the way through with what we've done so far. Unless, oh, actually, we're farther than I thought we were. We are farther than I thought we were, actually. We're already at petrol. I really did forget exactly how quickly this moves on. Yeah, it's me again. How you doing, man? Yeah, I mean, I didn't hold back the last time. That's why you got your ass kicked. But if you want it to happen again, I'm not going to say no to you. Oh, wow. He starts with a Weedle. Okay, everybody. That's it. Pack up. Go home. We've been defeated. Nothing we can do. We've been beat by a superior Weedle. There is no way that we can ever defeat such a such a powerful foe. Unfortunately, he's kind of making my setup kind of bad at this point if he's going to be lowering my speed. I'll only get the one sword stance. It might be enough. We'll have to see what he sends out next in terms of whether I stay in. Glide score is pretty quick, but with a speed drop, I mean, I'm definitely going to outspeed a Corefish, so there's no worries there. In fact, since it's only a Corefish, I'm going to set up my next sword stance. It's using Protect anyway, so why not? I won't go for a third one. I have a feeling if I go for a third one, he'll use Protect the turn after, and I really don't want to waste any time here. Plus, to be honest, a Glide score with +4 is probably already powerful enough to wreck whatever he has on this team. Unless he has a legendary, like Price did. That was fun. Granted, we had a... What do we have? We had +6 special attack on Porygon Z at that point, so the Rayquaza wasn't nearly as dangerous as it perhaps should have been, but that's the beauty of setup moves. They are very, very helpful. Let me think now, actually. We have Nasty Blot on Porygon Z, we have Sword Stance on Gliscor. I don't think we have anything else for setup, but having these two means we essentially have a physical sweeper and a special sweeper. So we're definitely in a good setup position to actually win this Nuzlocke at this point. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident at this point that we might actually make it without another death. I know we've only had 3 so far. One of them is absolutely my fault. Poor old F-. He only died because I didn't care enough about him to actually think about how irrelevant it would be. I assumed that Regirock was going to use Explosion, or Self-Destruct, whatever move it is it has. I assumed it would do it immediately. And of course it really, really didn't, and poor old F- paid the price. But, yeah, who cares about F-? I was never going to use it anyway, so it's not like we lost anything. Mareep is a little bit of a bigger deal. I do actually really... Oh, sorry. I did say it was the yawn episode. Oh, dear. Yeah, anyway, as I was getting at, I do actually really like Ampharos. I love Ampharos. So it is a shame that it died. But, to be honest, if I want another electric type now, I have Electabuzz. I can get Electivire. And Electivire... I mean, I really like Ampharos, but Electivire is better. It's just better. There's no two ways around that. It is the superior electric type. Not that I'm using it anyway. I kind of like where my team is at right now. See, this is one of those things I don't understand, right? Petrol is supposedly a grown man, and my character is supposedly... I don't know how old she is. I guess she's like a 10-year-old, right? I think that's like the whole thing, the whole shtick of these games is you play as a 10-year-old kid or something? I don't know. Anyway, right, let's assume that my character is just a kid of an indeterminate age. Petrol is a grown-ass fucking man. he should not have any trouble, right? If I beat him in a battle, he should not have any trouble then saying to me, well, I'm just going to kick your ass if you try and take the fucking basement key, so you're never going to get it. Instead, because evil teams apparently recruit their admins from the shop of how easily can we get admins who are going to completely ignore what has to be done, Petrol just gives me the key instead of threatening me and saying that he'll kick my ass. I mean, it makes perfect sense, right? Yeah, don't talk about the legendary Pokemon lady. I really couldn't care less right now. That's a few episodes away, at least. Actually, hang on, let me think about this. Oh, wait, there's a rival battle here. I forgot about that. Hang on, I should heal up Gliscor. Because if I remember right, this is not an easy rival battle to get through. Oh, it was only 7 health down. I honestly thought it had more damage than that. It's just another marker about how bad Petrol is, I suppose. Alright, let's do this. Hello, Silver. Oh dear. I don't think you're going to repay any debts to me. Personally, I think you're going to get your ass kicked again, but if you kill one of my Pokemon along the way, I will be upset. Oh, hey, cool, you start off with Umbreon. Oh, man, Umbreon is still one of my favourite mons ever. I love it so much. If my, ooh, Shell Armor. Hang on, what does Shell Armor do? I don't remember exactly, but... Unless I'm thinking about Battle Armor, maybe, but I think it... Sand Attack... You know what, we're going to get +6 anyway. We're going to get +6 anyway, because I'm going to need it to take this thing out. Umbreon is stupidly defensive, so if I'm going to take it out with Clamps, I need to be +6. My defense is a bit messed up, but... Oh, I hate you. Wait until I'm +6 and then use Confuse Ray on me. Oh, what a dick. Okay, well, we'll just use a Lumberry. Honestly, these Lumberries, absolute saviour. They're so helpful. I'm going to go and buy some more when we're done with Team Rocket. Might even buy them before, actually, if I run out soon. I'm only on 12 at the moment. Might be a good idea to stock up on 50. I mean, they are full heals, and they are a lot cheaper than full heals. I'm going to miss a lot here, aren't I? I can already tell. Stop missing. Oh, okay, I missed once. I'll take that. Come on, crit. Son of a bitch. Well, we outspeed anyway, so assuming I don't miss again, which for 3 sand attacks, yeah, that's not surprising. I hate you, Umbreon. Stop doing this. I know I declared like 2 minutes ago that Umbreon, you know, I really love it, and I do. Umbreon is absolutely fantastic. It's my second favourite evolution behind Glaceon. But, oh my god, Umbreon, I hate you right now because you are making it difficult for me. Right, Pursuit is fine. I just have to hit you once more and you're gonna die. Just do not miss. Ah, look at that. Clamps. Clamps, the blue and yellow Gliscor, is coming through for this team. He clearly believes in what we're trying to do here. So much so that I'm not going to switch him out. You watch this. Clamps, the amazing Gliscor, will not miss. I am a prophet. Bow down before me and accept my wisdom, for I am a genius who can never be wrong. Until probably in this same episode, I do something really, really stupid that will get me killed. But until then, until that happens, I am never wrong. I've lost 3 Pokemon already, so that would indicate that I've been wrong 3 times, but in my professional opinion as the person who is never wrong, I choose to believe that those instances don't matter, and because I'm never wrong, that means I'm correct about this. See, look at that, critical hit. I'm just clearly that good. I mean, it's definitely not like they're based purely on luck and, you know, skill actually had absolutely nothing to do with any of that. Nah, definitely not. I'm going to switch again real quick. I was hoping to sweep most of this team with Gliscor, but there's no way Gliscor would have had an easy time dealing with Golem, even if it had 100 accuracy at the time. And Rampardos, well, it's a powerful... Oh, sorry, I should really call this a yawn episode. I did say at the start, I think, welcome to the yawn episode, so you know what? You get what you get. But Rampardos is a powerful rock type. It really could have messed up Glaceon if I didn't one-shot it and I wasn't confident that I was even going to outspeed it. So we take what we can get. Fortress, easy. Easy. Absolutely no need to worry about a Fortress. What are you going to do? Self-destruct on me? Nah, mate. I'm a level 36 Charizard. You're a level 30 Fortress. If you self-destruct, I will... Why do you have Drizzle? That is annoying. I mean, I'm going to use Fire Fang anyway, but it's not going to do as much as it was going to do now. Still enough, actually. That's a 2-shot kill. I'm okay with that. And all he's done is use spikes, so it could definitely have been worse. One more of these should do it. Fire Fang again. Job's a good one. I do like the music in these old Pokemon games, I must say. I never actually used to play with it on, I won't lie. When I was a kid, and when I used to play Pokemon a lot on my old DS and while I was doing Gen 4, that sort of thing, I never used to play with the audio on because it used to drive it used to drive my parents crazy. It used to annoy the hell out of them when I'd have it on. Because, you know, a lot of the time when you're a kid, you'd... Oh wait, Ice Punch is neutral on me, I'm fine. A lot of the time when you're a kid, you know, you'd be playing your games in the car or something on a journey. It would just irritate them. And I was way too lazy to understand what headphones were. So I just never really played with it on. But when I was doing Shield recently, and where the hell is my... Oh, it's on my windowsill, that's fine. I got a bit confused where I'd actually put my Switch for a second. But yeah, while I was playing Shield, I actually had a really, really good time with it. Yeah, they are what you lack. You're a bit of a dick, dude. I'm sure you won't. Bye-bye now. Off you go. Ta-ta. Alright, back to the stuff that actually matters. Yeah, I use the music a lot in Shield just because the music in Shield is really, really good. And to be honest, why wouldn't I use it? I'm not like, you know, it's not like I'm a 12-year-old playing games in the back of my parents' car anymore. I'm not going to drive them mental. I mean, I do drive them mental, but it's not the game music that does it. I've got my whole, you know, new brand of how to make my parents infuriated with me. Trust me, there's stories there. But you know what? We had story time with Esper in the previous episode. You're not getting that stuff again, okay? I already did you a favour with story time. Okay, my life is not interesting enough that I can tell stories every single episode and still have content left over. That's not how this works. No, no, no. I can tell stories at least once every year, and then never ever again because I'll run out of stories to tell. Or I'll end up like my old man and tell the same story 50,000 times. And tell it the same way every single time. It doesn't get boring, I promise. I'm probably using clamps a little bit more than I should now, actually, but I'm quite content to just keep rolling with it. At least until level 40. Once clamps is level 40, I'll know that I've really gone a bit too far. I just want to make sure that my experience is equal between them all. It's drowsy. I can easily take that out with Night Slash, no trouble. I'm running out of power points for Night Slash though, so I might have to retire clamps for a little bit. At least until I can get to a Poké Center. I'm pretty sure I have a Max Elixir or a Max Eva or something like that, but I don't really want to use an item to fix the PP at the moment, at least not until I'm in the Elite Four or, you know, in a difficult fight or something like that. I was about to say, is it a lucky egg? But no, it's a rare bone. Isn't that the item I really wanted all this time? Okay, I have no idea how to work this actually, I won't lie. Okay, that'll get me the item and a couple of trainers. So let's do this. I don't really have to fight the last Team Rocket Grunt up in the corner there. I don't even have to fight the other one near the entrance. I'm just trying to get through at this point. I know that, at least as far as I remember, the final Team Rocket battle you have against the guy in the white suit with the blue hair, whose name I forget. I think he has blue hair anyway. The final battle against him, if I'm remembering right, he has high level 30s, which I'm basically already okay to deal with. In fact, to be honest, at these levels, I'm not far away from where I would want to be to defeat the 8th Gym Leader. Let's use Mew this time. Yeah, to defeat the 8th Gym Leader, I'd want to be, what, about level 40-something? 41, 42 maybe? I feel like that'd be easily enough. And as it stands, we're not that far away from that. Maybe Rampardos isn't as fast as I thought it was, actually. Mind you, it is a pretty chunky boy. Maybe it's pretty slow. I could just be wrong. I've never really used one. Ah, dear. Back when I used to play Diamond and Pearl a lot, I originally had Pearl, and that was my copy until it disappeared. Spoiler alert, my brother stole it. Not important. You know when you're kids, and you just sort of... Well, at least we always did. We always had trouble taking things from each other. Granted, usually when I took them, it was taking them back from him, but every now and then I managed to win a round. But anyway, I always played Pearl originally, so I used Bastiodon. If I even used the fossil one at all, a lot of the time I wouldn't. Bastiodon was very defensive, but it really didn't have much of an attack stat. And then eventually, I played some Diamond when I appropriated his Diamond copy, but I never ended up using. Help me out. I never ended up using. Rampardos. How did I forget the name so quickly? It's like 2 seconds after I said it a minute ago. Oh man, my memory really is not very good. Anyway, I never ended up using Rampardos, and eventually I managed to appropriate back my Pearl copy. Now, you might wonder, how long was it in between him taking it and me getting it back? Oh ho 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 ho, my friend. I had a copy of Pearl for about 3 years after it released. Now, if I'm remembering properly, and I hope I am, Pearl was released in, I think, 2011? Actually, whoa, hang on. That's Netflix again. God damn it, I always forget that. Right, hang on. I'm going to find out exactly when Pearl was released, because I had a copy of Pearl for about 3 years. Okay, hang on. Let's have a quick Google search. It's probably going to come up with results of the remake, isn't it? Oh, no, here you go. Oh my god, yeah, that is way earlier than 2011, I said. That's probably the release date for Black and White, actually. No, Pearl was released in 2006 when I was 7 years old. Christ, now I do feel old. Anyway, I played it in 2006. I had it for about 3 years. Let's round it up and call it 4 years. Say I lost my copy of Pearl in 2010, right? You know when I found that thing again? You might think, oh, I bet it was like 6 months down the line or something. No. I got my copy of Pearl back when I found it in 2020. Okay, I got my copy of Pearl back in January 2020. Why did I get it back? Well, my brother was basically living in Czechia. He's still living there now. I should say the Czech Republic, because otherwise people always mishear me and think I'm saying Chechnya. No. He doesn't live in Chechnya. He lives in the Czech Republic. But he's been over there for a long while now. He's probably going to stay there, to be honest. And I looked in his drawer and I found my copy of Pearl, basically. I knew it was in there. I knew he had it. So it wasn't exactly difficult to figure out. But I eventually got it back in 2020, about 10 years after I lost it. So that was a good one. Honestly. I feel old, actually. 2006. I was only 7 at the time. It's 15 years ago. Christ, I'm old. I mean, I'm not really. I'm 21, but... Christ, thinking about that, I do feel old. Oh, that is not pleasant. You know when you get those nostalgic feelings about something? Because I get that about Diamond and Pearl, same way I do with Ruby, Sapphire and Emerald. But Ruby, Sapphire and Emerald, you know, they're very old games, and so is Diamond and Pearl, I guess, and oh god, I feel old. I know I'm not. I know 21, you know, I'm not old. But at the same time, oh man, like, those games are older than I thought they were. 2006, my word. My word. They all still feel so new to me. Maybe not Diamond and Pearl, but certainly stuff like Black and White 2 still feels very new to me. I've only ever really fully played it 2 or 3 times. I have a copy of it. I bought it about a year ago. I used to play... I did way back in the day. See, this is how I feel. This is why I feel old, because I can remember playing the Japanese ROM, because it obviously released in Japan first. This is before Pokemon started doing worldwide on the same day releases, which I absolutely bloody love, by the way, but this is a long time before that. And we all started playing the Japanese ROM, and then every now and then you would get patches that would translate different bits of dialogue or the moves, for example, and that's how my first experience in Black and White 2 was. I don't think I actually finished it before the English ROM came out. I think I was at the 7th gym, but it was a difficult thing to do because you had to try and sort of basically guess where you were supposed to go, because most of the text was in Japanese. Okay, Ludicolo's Overgrow. We can use U-turn. I mean, sometimes it didn't matter. If you're looking at like the Pokemon name, for example, and it's a Pokemon you know, then it's fine. And if you look at the description of moves, you look at their power points, you can pretty easily figure out which move is which. But it was a weird experience. And I can remember doing that. And then I played the English ROM a couple times. I never really bought the game. For the longest time, I thought Black and White 2 was actually exclusive to like the 2DS, 3DS, which I didn't have. And for the longest time I thought it was, which I know sounds stupid now, we all know it isn't, but I thought it was, and so I never bought myself one. So I ended up getting it in like I think I got it in 2019 or 2020. I bought it off of Amazon. I had a good time playing it, it's a very fun game, but see, because I only played it for the first time about 2 years ago, at least in terms of actually having it in my hands instead of on an emulator, it still feels like a very new game to me. Even though I know I'm pretty sure Black and White 2... I don't think it was 2011, it must be like 2014, something like that maybe. But they are old games now. Hang on, let's do a quick Google search. Pokemon Black 2. Let's do a quick little Google search. 2012! So they're older than I thought as well. But see, this is what I mean. 2012, that's nearly a decade old now. And they still feel new to me. When I go back and play them, I don't feel like I've played them out. There's still stuff where I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this, that's cool. But it's not something that I've had too much exposure to. It's the same for X and Y. For the longest time I didn't play X and Y because I never had a 2DS or 3DS and I didn't particularly feel like buying one. Eventually I did buy one and I bought it, I played X and Y, and they still feel very, very new to me. I still really like X and Y. I didn't like Sun and Moon. I've never finished it. I'm certainly not going to buy Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. But, you know, that region, I write it off. I don't care about it. But X and Y I adore. And I love Omega Ruby as well. In fact, the first time I played Omega Ruby was on my brother's 2DS that I stole from him, because that's what siblings did. And I bought Omega Ruby specifically to play it on the 2DS that I nicked from him while he was on holiday. Ended up playing it in my free periods at school. We also found the TM for Rock record there, that's kind of cool. But see, Omega Ruby as well, I mean, I've no idea where it is now, to be honest. I've still got a habit of misplacing things. I know I have it in its case somewhere in this room. If I really look for it, I'm sure I'll find it, but I'm not that fussed. But the point is, like, games like Omega Ruby and X and Y, these are now relatively old games. They're certainly not brand spanking new, but they still feel new to me. They still feel fun to me. And even games like this, I'm playing Heartgold Soul Silver now. This is definitely not a new game. This game is, what? I mean, I have no idea, like 2010 maybe? Knowing my luck, it's probably not. It's probably like 2008 or something. Because, what's it called? I've been off on just about every time guess I've made this episode. But however old it is, these games are still fun to me. Granted, they don't feel new to me, Heartgold Soul Silver at least, because I have played them a million times at this point. But they are still fun to me, and they're still replayable, so long as I do them in a randomised format. I wouldn't get so much out of playing them normally, but I'm doing it in a randomised Nuzlocke, I'm having a chat with everybody, and it's still very enjoyable to me. I don't know, maybe the whole situation is weird, what can I say, but a lot of Pokemon games that are old, Black and White 2, not Black and White, I did actually play those, but Black and White 2, you know, X and Y, Oras, these games still feel new to me. To be honest, so does Sword and Shield. I only played it about, I don't know, it's been about 3 or 4 weeks, well, maybe it hasn't even been 3 or 4 weeks, I'm not sure, but it's not been all that long since I got it. They all feel very, very new to me. I forgot my bike isn't on Select anymore. What the hell? Oh, I remember. I took it off Select when I was doing my training against the Pokemon I fished up with the Good Rod. There we go, that fixes it. But yeah, it's still very... all these games feel very new to me still, which is weird because I played them... they came out so long ago. It's just the times that I played them were weird. When I bought X and Y, for example, I bought Sun and Moon at the same time. Granted, I don't like Sun and Moon, but these are games that came out, years apart, unless I'm being an idiot again, which I might be. But I played them basically at the same time. I finished Sun and Moon and went straight into X and Y. Then, did a little bit of it for about an hour, realised I hated it, and never touched it again. It's just not a very good game in my mind. I didn't like the region. I hated it. There's so much dialogue. The characters don't look right to me. The Pokemon are boring. I did not have much of an interest. And they took the gyms out. Taking out the gyms was the worst bit. I prefer to have a good format for what I'm doing. I like the way they did the gyms in Sword and Shield. I really, really liked that. But... oh, hang on. Oh, cool, I Trace Speed Boost. Oh, see, this is when Trace can be really useful. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, I like what they did to the gyms in Sword and Shield, but in Sun and Moon, they got rid of the gyms completely to replace them with Kahunas and Totem Pokemon. Which I don't even know much about still, because I did one, decided I hated it, and never did another one. Licky licky. It's not a problem, a couple of slashes will kill it. But see, I never got that into Sun and Moon, and there's a ton of reasons why, but it's not necessarily that Sun and Moon are ostensibly bad games. I don't really think that they are, but they're not as good as I was expecting them to be. They're not as good as X and Y, in my opinion. In my opinion, I know a lot of people rag on X and Y, because it was the first Pokemon game for, the 2/3DS, so I understand why people rag on X and Y a little bit, but to me, they are the best out of all of the 2DS, 3DS Pokemon games. I love Auras, I really do, but call me a bit of a purist. I prefer the originals for Hoenn. I really, really do. I don't prefer the originals for Johto. I prefer Heart Gold Soul Silver to Gold Silver Crystal, although Crystal... I just traced huge power. Oh, big pog. I'm not sure why he doesn't count as a special trainer this time, though. Because he only has 2 Pokemon. He's not got the extra ones, but whatever. I traced fucking huge power. I'm the greatest. Anyway, as I was getting at, I don't prefer Gold Silver Crystal to Heart Gold Soul Silver. Although, like I said, Crystal does have its merits. I certainly don't prefer Red and Blue to Fire Red Leaf Green. I hate Red and Blue. I absolutely hate them. Oh, so much do I hate them. Those goddamn trash. I've probably just offended 99% of all people who've ever played these games, but what do I care? It's not like it'll be the last time. But I do prefer the originals for Generation 3 to the remakes. I just do. And I'm sure that when the squeaky chair. I'm sure that when the absolutely horrendously, hideously ugly Diamond and Pearl remakes come out with the fucking stupid looking chibi characters, when everybody wanted it to be on the Sword and Shield engine, but Nintendo are incapable of doing what people actually want. Minor rant over. I'm sure I'm going to prefer the original Diamond and Pearl games. I'm almost certain of it. Because the new ones look crappy. They just look cheap. They look like Nintendo did not put in the effort. And they probably didn't. They've got this new open world game coming out as well, Legends Arceus, which I don't know much about. I haven't really been paying attention to it. I hear the words open world now, and my first thought is, oh good, tons of the same environments plus busy work quests that absolutely nobody wants to do. And you know what? I blame Ubisoft. Okay? Thank you for ruining open worlds for me, Ubisoft, because every one that you've ever made is exactly the same. They're exactly the same. The only difference between a Ubisoft open world game and another Ubisoft open world game is which skin they put on top of it. Is it an Assassin's Creed Ubisoft open world game? Is it a Ghost Recon Ubisoft open world game? They're all the same in terms of their gameplay. It doesn't matter. They just look a bit different. And sometimes they don't even look different. Ghost Recon Breakpoint is identical to Ghost Recon Wildlands. It's just got a different environment and buggier gameplay. Plus more pay-to-win crap. I mean, honestly, Ubisoft have ruined open worlds for me to the point where even though I like Nintendo, I like the stuff Nintendo make, I am not looking at a Nintendo open world Pokemon game and going, oh yeah, this is going to be really good. I'm looking at it and I'm going, how lazy is this going to be? How many busy work quests? How many environments are going to look the same? And this is not what I want to think. Okay, Nintendo, this is not what I wanted to think when you announced an open world game. I wanted to be excited. But you can blame your friends at Ubisoft, they're probably not your friends, but you can blame them for how I feel about this. I'm not thrilled. I would much rather you put more effort into the Diamond and Pearl remakes, but they haven't done. And I'll tell you what, I think the reason that the Diamond and Pearl remakes look so cheap, look so... the reason is, at least in my opinion... I didn't want to use U-turn. But in my opinion, the reason is because Nintendo are too busy working on their open world game. They probably want to make that as good as they can, and they're probably not too worried about what happens with the Diamond and Pearl remakes. Now, I hope they know what they're doing. I hope they know what they're doing. Because if they put more effort into this open world game, and it comes to the point where the Diamond and Pearl remakes are universally considered to be bad, Nintendo are going to be in a lot of shit. Because I think they underestimate just how badly people wanted them. Like, the open world game is fine and dandy, but I certainly don't want it, and I can't be the only one who's worried that the open world game is just going to end up being the same kind of open world game as every other open world game we've ever played, where they're all the same sort of crap with a different skin on it. I can't be the only one who is cynical enough with the modern game industry to be worried about that, but I think it might happen, and if it does, right, if it is just a generic, cynical, open-world game where everything is the same and there's so much busy quests and all boring crap... But by the way, I mean busy work quests, you know, where you just do some useless crap that's not fun. If that's how that goes, and the Diamond and Pearl remakes are bad because they put more effort into that, oh, they're in trouble. They're in trouble because people wanted these remakes... People wanted these remakes badly, and if they mess it up, well, there's already a lot of people who are upset with how these things look. If Nintendo really balls this up to the point where the games are panned universally, oh shit, they're in trouble. I mean, they got in trouble for Sword and Shield, and Sword and Shield are good. They got in trouble for obviously, you know, messing with the decks to make more money off of DLCs. Scummy as hell thing to do, but at least the games are polished. At least they are fun. At least they look good. The Diamond and Pearl remakes look ugly. They look so ugly. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. You know, the Diamond and Pearl remakes, the games themselves, they just look ridiculous. They look like DS games. But you know what? That's the way it is. Nintendo are doing this, and well, I can't stop them from it. But I must say, to get back to the original point before I went on my little rant, I must say right now that, honestly, I think these games are going to do bad. They're not, obviously they're going to sell a lot, but I think compared to most Pokemon games that have sold recently, even compared to Sword and Shield, I think they're going to do bad. Because they are hideous. They are really, really ugly. And I think the people who are praising them so much at the moment and being like, oh, these games look amazing, right? I don't mind what kind of games you like, right? I'm a big believer in personal freedoms. You can like whatever you want. I'm just giving you my opinion here. But in my opinion, I think people are overlooking they're overlooking the terrible, terrible, terrible visuals because they're so desperate to see a Diamond and Pearl remake, and I'm not. I'm really not. I could take or leave a Diamond and Pearl remake, to be honest. Especially now that I've seen what they look like. I could really just take it or leave it. I'm perfectly happy just to go and play some more of the original Diamond and Pearl. I still have my copy of Pearl. I mean, Platinum is a better game, but it's besides the point. I still have my copy of Pearl. If I want to go and play it, I can. And to be honest, I'm more inclined to want to do that than to play these really, really bad-looking remakes. And it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of other people feel the same way about that. But whatever, I can't fix Nintendo's weird decisions. Maybe these games will do really, really well. I don't know. I have no way of knowing. Maybe they'll do amazingly, but personally, I don't really have any interest in it. like I said, I could take it or leave it. Sinnoh's an impressive region. It had real potential to be realised on the Switch with the graphic style that Sword and Shield has, and to look just incredible. To see Mount Coronet. Mount Coronet in the background of the routes that you're going on. It had the potential to be something really incredible. And from the visuals that I've seen, no, it just doesn't look like it. It just doesn't look like it's going to meet up to any of the it doesn't look like it's going to meet up to the potential that people really thought and really hoped that it was going to be. It just looks bad. In fact, here I am looking at the IGN posting for the trailer on YouTube. Got it up on my phone here, and you know, a Pokemon game, they're quite beloved for the most part. I don't imagine that they would get a very big amount of dislikes. 26,000 likes, 5,000 dislikes. Well, 4.6 thousand. It ain't that far away from 5. The point is, you know, that's about one person disliking it for every 1.3, let's say, people... Sorry, no. One person disliking it for just about every 4.3 people who like it. And I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, my maths is probably way off. But, like, if you've seen the trailer, you know it just looks bad. I can't get over just how terrible it looks. Oh, honestly. Like, I'm looking at the comments, right? Here are some of the comments. This looks like they made it for the 3DS. 1.1 thousand likes. It's the exact same game again, but just rounded instead of pixels. 1.2 thousand likes. This legit looks like a knockoff of its own franchise. LOL. 863 likes. And I agree. They look like knockoffs of their own goddamn franchise. Here are your Sinnoh remakes, bro. 1.2 thousand likes. See, they are ugly. Here's another one. Somehow this looks like it was made before X and Y. 1.7 thousand likes. They're really ugly. How could Nintendo have missed that people would hate this? This makes me feel weird. 210 likes. Look how they massacred my boy. Guess knee joints and walk cycles were out of the budget. I mean, honestly, it's insane. I don't understand how people can praise this. I guess they're so hyped to have their Diamond and Pearl remakes that they'll literally excuse anything. Because I'm sorry if you like these games. I respect your right to, but these are just bad. These just look absolutely horrible. Here's another one. When you order Pokemon Platinum on Wish, 1.1 thousand likes. Oh, I know I'm not even talking about the game right now. I've gotten onto my tangent about how awful these games look, and I can't get off of it. Oh, wow. You know what? Here's a good point, actually. This person says it's crazy to think that this will be the first generation of Pokemon games where you can see both the original games reviews and their remakes reviews side by side, both uploaded to YouTube when the games were newly released. You know what? I bet the originals are going to get much better reviews than this. Oh boy. Here's another one. This looks like it should have come out between Gens 5 and 6. Here's someone saying they're going to get Legends Arceus instead. Yeah, tell me about it. That seems like where they're going to put all the work. This looks like the unofficial Android game graphics. Oh, no. Oh, it's so horrible. This would be much appreciated if it was released before X and Y. Yeah, I know. If this was a game for the 3DS before X and Y, I mean, I'd still rip on it for looking ugly as sin, but it would be a bit more understandable. But it's just hideous. Look at it. Oh, there's just something about experience... Okay, this comment I like. There's just something about experience the brilliance once more, and a direct cut to Chibi Dawn that just gets me. Dude, I understand it. Chibi Dawn is ugly. The whole thing is ugly. The art design is... ... questionable. This makes me not want to have Gen 5 remakes anymore. Oh, dude, I know. This person is speaking my truth right now. If they've butchered Generation 4 to this degree, what the hell are they going to do with Unova? I mean, whether Unova is even on the Switch, I mean, maybe they'll have another console by then, I don't know. But the point is, what the hell are they going to do to Unova if they've destroyed Sinnoh this badly? The thumbnail looks worse than the games you find on the App Store for free. Another correct answer. Graphics look like a favourite... okay, this one's quite funny. Graphics look like some mobile game that your favourite YouTuber would promote at the beginning of the video. Which person is it in here who gives me a TM? Okay, it's not these two. Game Freak is a very eco-friendly company. They've been recycling the same Pokemon models and animations since 2012. That's quite funny. I mean, I'm not too bothered about the models and animations, but it is funny, I'll give him that. Okay, there is a TM in here. I know there's a TM in here. Remake, crossed out. Literally the same game, but upscaled. It doesn't even look upscaled. It's so ugly. I can't help it. I can't help it. It's so ugly. Ah, yes, she... Oh, but she gives me a bright powder? I thought she gave me a TM. Ah, god damn it. Where the hell is my TM? Someone in here must have the TM. No, I guess maybe not. This ain't no remake, it's a remaster. X and Y looked far better and it's a 3DS game. Yeah, they do look better, don't they? It's really bad. And here's someone saying exactly what I said. All the budget went into Pokemon Legends for sure. Absolutely. That's where the money's gone. You can tell when you look at how hideous this is. You can tell that's where the money went. They're regressing. Yeah, they really are. The overworld characters look like the Lego for really small kids. Honestly, would have preferred the original DS art style to this. Dude, me too. Me too. The original DS art style, as you can tell by the game I'm playing, it looks better than this. This looks fan-made. The gen that got me back into Pokemon, massacred. My day is ruined and my disappointment is immeasurable. Review, bruh. Why does it look so bad? At last, the forest can stop walking... Okay, I don't know what that means. This exists only to make Legends Arceus look better. Everyone before, we want Sinnoh remakes now. Everyone now. I'll just get Legends Arceus then. Yeah, be careful what you wish for, that's the moral of this story. Oh, that was a fun little rant. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'll see you next time.